Let me ask you something. Are you getting everything out of your rent-to-own business? If you're not an APRO member, then the answer is probably no. Look, advocacy is APRO's bread and butter. This is why they were created and what they do best. But here's the thing. APRO membership is about way more than advocacy. APRO connects you to the movers and the shakers of the industry, people who've been there, done that, and they can help you do it even better. APRO's monthly webinars give you expert insights and actionable takeaways. It's like having a masterclass for your business every single month. Got questions about complex regulations or sticky situations? No problem. APRO's legal hotline gives you direct access to experts who have got the answers. That's a peace of mind that you can't put a price on. And let's not forget the resources, news, updates, and tools that keep you ahead of the curve. Scholarships for your team? Check. Disaster relief when you need it most? Double check. APRO is your ultimate support system in the rent-to-own world. So stop settling for less. With APRO, members get more. More support, more connections, and more success. Head over to rtohq.org and join the APRO family today. Because in this business, more isn't just better. It's essential. See you at the top with APRO. Hello and welcome to the RTO show. I'm your host, Pete Chow. Today we're covering podcast guest Jennifer Harrod, owner of Jameson Sales and Rental, who stopped by the Gerard Norman marketing booth during the APRO's RTO World 2024 convention in sunny Orlando, Florida. That's where we had the RTO show podcast set up for multiple guests to stop by randomly and talk rent-to-own with us. Now, during several of the few podcasts that we release, these will be the interviews that came from those impromptu discussions. Now, this was a great show where I was able to talk to some wonderful people in the RTO industry and really get a chance to get them to open up for a few. Just a side note, this interview literally happened in the convention hallway right in front of the vendor hall where all of the product vendors were located, so it was a little loud, very alive during the interview. The removal of secondary voices and sounds was extremely difficult, but I do think that we still captured the heart of the conversation in this podcast. So if you can, listen past the extra interruptions and enjoy the interview. Also, I wanted you guys to know that this is the end of Season 4 with the release of these RTO World 2024 flash interviews. That's because it's time for Season 5, baby, of the RTO Show podcast. Now, the entirety of Season 5 will be done in audio and video format. So make sure that you find my YouTube channel, the RTO Show podcast, and make sure that you subscribe to us on there as well so you don't miss anything new. Now, you can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, as well as find us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And remember that this podcast wouldn't be here without your support. So if you'd like to become a sponsor for the show, please head on over to the website at thertoshowpodcast.com, click on the sponsors page, and if you're on your phone, click on the 3 lines at the top of the homepage, then go to the sponsors page and show your support through the links. Your help is always appreciated. Thank you so much. And with that being said, here's the Flash Podcast with Jennifer Harrod, owner of Jameson Sales and Rentals just outside the RTO World 2024 main vendor hall.
Hey guys, we're back at the RTO World 2024 all the way from Orlando, and I have a personal favorite back here visiting us for just a little bit, Jennifer Harrod from Jameson Rentals. You guys are great. You've always been great to the show. How are you doing?
Great. Well, good. That's first time I've been in about 5 years, so
5 years?
Excited, yeah.
Yeah? How was your trip? Because that's the big question everybody's had. How was your trip all the way to us? Because it was crazy.
Well, I drove. It should have been about 12 hours. It took me 16.
Oh.
It rained the last 4 hours of the trip, which really slowed me down.
Yeah. Well, it was rough, but I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
So how has the summertime been treating Jameson?
Oh, it's been better than the spring.
Really?
We had a really good June. July was a little slower. August is always kind of slow with school starting, but
everybody says, going into it, July and August are usually the hardest months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's, you're farthest away from everything. You're farthest away from them getting out of school, and you're farthest away from them going back to school.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that kickstart, right? That just gets you back in, and they go back, and finally people start getting back into their routines, back to daycare, back to school, back to shopping normally.
Right.
So you guys have had a couple of things that you added full time since the last time that we talked on the show. Right. So you had the Penske full time now. It's a full time thing. But you guys better remember this. This is an RTO store who does everything, right?
Yeah, we started that in January, and they're in their peak season right now, which we're still probably a little slower because we're still considered new. But overall, Penske said that their peak season has been lower this year than normal.
No, I don't think anybody can afford to move anywhere.
If they don't, they're not.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're kind of already where they're at.
Right.
Yeah. So with July being better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it June? With June being better, did that set you up for a good fourth quarter or a third quarter? Did it give you that push? Because I know summertime is a lull. And if you get your customers to be steady or a little bit over in the summertime, you're going into the third, fourth quarter in a better way. Because usually we lose in the summer and we gain it back in the third quarter.
Right.
So are you in a good spot right now where you can say, hey, that was a real good push?
June was, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think you could always be better, but yeah.
Don't go on that. We could be better.
I mean, June could have been, slow too. So yeah, it definitely helped.
Yeah. So how's this year been for you? I've had a lot of people tell me 2024 has been a really rough year.
Yeah. It's, I mean, like we've talked before, I mean, from furniture to food is really high, and food usually wins out. But when you got to choose between now appliances, TVs, things that more necessities have been really well, especially appliances. But furniture has been, which is normally our biggest seller, has been lower.
Now, the last time we did the podcast, if you guys remember, it was one store, one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Great podcast. If you guys want to listen to that, Jeremy was on that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as you've gone into the 2024 year, right, and now we have all these things, I've had a lot of people say, hey, it's going to be a rough year, but we're going to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
But it always seems to coincide with that year of it's vote time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a political craziness right now, up, down, left, right, no matter who you want in home office or the office. It's just crazy, right? So in an election year, have you noticed that election years are a little bit harder?
They always have been. Always have been.
Coming out of that, is the January afterwards usually better? We already know who's going to take office. January 17th comes, or whatever day it is that they get sworn in the office, and then we move on. Do you feel like they breathe a breath of fresh air? Come New Year, they know who it is. They get to they're coming out of Christmas. Is 2025 like the better year?
I think it will be, yes. And even the holidays will be. I think once you get beyond November and just knowing, which way we're going. But yes, traditionally at our store, the election years have been a little bit slower.
Yeah.
The fourth quarter anyway.
Yes.
Because people are scared. They don't know what, should I? I don't know. So I just won't.
Well, you don't know where to put your investments. You don't know how to do your 401k. You're holding back. You don't know if their taxes coming, taxes going.
Right.
You don't know if your state's in one crosshair or another. Mm-hmm. And then finally you get to take a deep breath and go, good, bad, or indifferent, I know what's going on.
Right.
I know how to handle it, and then I get to move forward. Yeah. I've been kind of dealing with that myself. Like, I think this is it's election year. Oh my God, it's crazy. And I just want to get through it.
Right.
And
knowledge is power, though.
Yes. And I feel like a lot of people, especially in this situation, and I don't lean left, I don't lean right. I'm just saying that in this situation, when you have two people who you thought were going to be there, now there's a switch out. Now you don't know how that switch out's going to work because we're so close to the election time. You get this new person in there.
Right.
You're trying to figure out, are people going to back that person? Are they not going to back that person? Is anybody else going to step in to say, hey, I don't like that person, and they're going to split the vote? Are they not going to split the vote? Mm-hmm. Assassination attempts, and you're like, oh my God, is it possible that somebody might not even make it to the election? Like, you're just so lost in trying to figure out how it works that I think our customers and our clientele feel that.
Oh, absolutely.
And then it transitions to how they come into the store. And here's another thing that I wanted to ask you about. So in 2024, it's been a little bit tough. And I think everybody can agree. 2024 has been tough, and so has summer. How you sell, do you change your approach to how you sell to fit the year? Like, are you pushing like solely core items versus packages? Is there something that you're selling more of? That's like, when I say that, like, is a washer and dryer necessities on the forefront, or are you selling all the way around and maybe you're just doing great and I'm not as good as you? Like, I'm not doing a good job here.
And we've done bigger sales.
Really?
Larger discounts.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And the appliances, the necessities, they kind of come no matter what.
Right.
But so we've actually done more on furniture, trying to move some of that stock.
So here's a question then. When you do the discount on furniture, is that something that you do more of a sale as upfront, as in, hey, I'm going to give you a week to get this account open and set up on your correct due date? Or is it more, I'm going to knock the price down a little bit to fit this range? It might be extended out a little bit more, but I want to make sure that it fits your pocketbook a little better, maybe from $24.99 a week to $19.99 a week. Is that more, or is it more upfront?
We typically do more of off the weekly. We have done it off the end of the contract. That seems to be a little bit more confusing for people. You could take 2 months off the end, but they don't seem to be, even though it's still 2 months less, they just don't seem to be as excited about that rather than going from $25.95 to $19.95. Everybody likes instant gratification.
Well, it is instant, right? Because they can see in their pocketbook, if I do it this way, I won't see it.
Might be the same dollar amount, but
I won't see this for 16 months versus 18 months. But if I do it like this every single week, I'm saving this amount. Mm-hmm. And I think you're right. I think that is the way, because we've become a pay-to-play society, right? Everything is on subscription. I want this to get this, and it's immediate. I start my subscription to Prime, I get it now. I start my subscription to Netflix, I get it now. Hey, I'm walking in, I have a dollar problem. Can you help me? Well, let me give it to you now. Let me give it to you at $5 off per week. Okay, I'm going to take that versus maybe I might get it more on the back end if you give me that deal, but you know what? I'd rather take it just a little bit more up front to fix the groceries. So that's what's happening up there as well.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's happening. Like, it's not just there.
Right. And with instant gratification, too, can kind of work the other way, too, when they want something specific and you have to order it, but then they have to wait. And you can tell them whatever, but if you tell them it's going to take 6 weeks, in 2 weeks, they're calling, want to know why they don't have their merchandise. So
that's gotta be hard when you're a single store, because you got to be minimums. And anybody who doesn't know this about the industry, I mean, it's nice to go to Walmart and buy the one thing that you need, but when you're buying from vendors, when you're buying from a company, especially if you're doing a wholesale account, they're not going to ship you one washing machine just because they got to get people to load in a truck. It's got to take up a certain amount of time, certain delivery space. If they can sell you 6 and still get the same, you're taking that delivery fee and kind of dividing it up. If you took that delivery fee and you stuck it on one specific item, a sofa, a washing machine, that thing would be outrageous. You wouldn't be able to sell it.
Right.
So and it's sometimes it's hard to explain that to people. Yes, I definitely want you to get that, and yes, I will order it for you, but I have to find 3 other reasons to make this work.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes they just have to wait till we're getting a truck. I mean, we can't order just that chair,
right?
Or one recliner. And sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't.
Who's your biggest furniture vendor right now?
American Wholesale.
American Wholesale, is it?
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people out here do a lot of Ashley, but I hear that American Wholesale has got some really good prices as well. How do you feel the quality is with American Wholesale? Because I've had people love it. I've had people not.
We've always had very good, and rarely is anything back ordered. We have another company we deal with, Nationwide Furniture Distributors out of Chicago. That's the 2 we mainly use. And most are not back ordered, but we have a little bit harder time getting things repaired with them. But AWF has been great. You send it to them, they repair it, or send you another one, or send you the part.
Yeah. How good are you guys at repairing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I'm going to tell you right now, because I can always say, especially if you have a single store and you're trying to make it happen, and you are so careful with your product when it's hard to replace. When you have somebody who comes in and says, I need that special order, you really think about that, because you got to think, I need other things to place when I place that order, but I also need to be able to repair it. And when it comes back and I don't have those orders that I need to place, I've got to put product in my showroom regardless. So you get good at making sure it's 100%. You get good at fixing the zippers and making sure you get the real covers and the table legs back.
Right. And we've tried to eliminate anything that didn't meet our, over the years, that just we continually had problems with. We just stopped carrying it because we are a one-man show, so to speak, and we only have 6 employees.
Well, you got to get behind your product.
Right. So we try to get higher quality that's going to last with a good warranty. And if it doesn't, it's got a good warranty behind it.
Right. I mean, I always find it so different when I talk to single store owners, because there is such a difference. Like right now, I've got 7 stores. If somebody needed something and I have to order it, I don't have to worry about ordering 6 or 7, because I know that other stores have needs. It's easy. Right. If I have to order 6 washer and dryers, not a big deal, because I can tell you, all right, so I got 3 sets. You're taking a set for your special customer, so I can probably give you an extra set. What do I do with the other one? I can call 6 other stores. Hey, he needs a washer and dryer.
Right.
I'm not going to get to the 6th store and somebody go, I just don't need it. Somebody's taking it, right? Or they have a chance. You have 6 times more chances to go, I can call a customer because they were talking about that the other day. We didn't have it, and now I can get it sold.
Right.
But when you're one store, it's just like, I really got to make it work. I got to make it fit to what we have. And that's why I love refurbishment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You also got to shop those overs and make sure that they're either making payments or it's not sitting on the outside showroom when you get it in and take care of it.
Right.
So it's one of those things. I can tell you right now, 2024 has been a year of remembering. I had to remember how to sell correctly. I had to remember how to do my collections correctly. I had to remember how to refurbish correctly. It kept on reminding me, hey, go back to your fundamentals. If you're having a hard time, it's because your processes. Make sure you take care of your processes. Take care of your customer. It actually built some of the customer relations too, because you're not so quick to, it's done.
Right.
Now you got to be like, okay, let me work with this customer. I really want to build that relationship. Are you finding the same thing?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it kind of goes back to still trying to get the best quality we can. So we're not spending so much time repairing. We have time to sell or, to do other things that need to be done.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's definitely been a tough year, but I'll get through it.
Oh, I mean, you've been doing this for how many years? 20?
Well, it was my mother's business. I mean, I've worked there since I was in the 80s.
So it's been longer than you owned it, right?
Oh, yeah. She passed away suddenly in 2011. So I went from employee to owner overnight. But my first job was wrapping microwaves for Christmas. And that's when they were like the size of a car.
Oh, yeah. They were huge.
That was the giant ones.
I remember that. Yeah. So I remember you saying back when we did talk, you had that one customer that had been with you for years. Is he still around?
He is.
Is he really? How is he doing?
He's he's older now. He doesn't get out a lot, but yeah, he's, we have a lot of third generation families that sometimes all have, accounts at the same time. And we've lost quite a few, which is hard. Some of the like him, I mean, he's in his early 80s now. So, but yeah, he's still hanging in there.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. What are some of the unique challenges that 2024 has brought you and you guys as a single store?
I think just not necessarily just 2024, but just foot traffic in general. It goes through spells that it's good, but we're auto pay and people don't have to come in the store, and I think it makes it harder to sell people things when they call in and make their payment, or they've set it up on auto pay, and that's still a challenge.
I know for a fact. I just saw this and I wanted to bring it to your attention because I just saw this and I thought it was a crazy unique thing, and you guys, it was the first thing that came to my mind because you guys are able to try whatever you want to do. And it was like I'm trying to think. It was from Capital Concierges, but they have like this. It almost looks like an ATM married or a cash register.
Okay.
Right? So if you can imagine a large cash register with a screen, and like they can basically almost open a bank account right there. So for customers who have those challenges or need a card to make payments or whatever, you can actually connect them to it, get it started, give them a card, take a picture of them, and it goes on the card, and you can give them the card right there.
Wow.
To make payments. I'm telling you, it's the craziest thing, but it's something new that I haven't seen before. The idea was to help eliminate some of the cash, as they do the cash loans and stuff like that. It was kind of help in competition with that. It might bring more people to the store. Of course, there's always a commitment, and I don't know that commitment, so I'm not going to say, but It was just something different. I like coming to these shows and going, okay, what can I get that my competition isn't doing?
Right.
And is this going to help me? Right. Because I agree. Walk-in traffic has changed. All traffic has changed. It seems like every time I go outside, there are the same amount of cars, but when I go to places, there aren't the same amount of people. And that's so crazy to me. Like, if you guys aren't going anywhere, why is it taking this long to get anywhere? And then when I get there, the malls are empty, stores are empty. And I say, where is everybody? They're all on their phone.
Yeah.
So have you seen, in the last few months, have you seen a greater uptick in your online?
We do a lot more on Facebook now and Instagram, and that has helped.
Right.
I mean, that does bring in some foot traffic or, comments to it or something. That doesn't always bring them in, but we get a lot more from that than we used to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things where you've got to be so willing to, you don't want to leave the core, but you always have to be able to willing to move with the tide. Where is it going? How do I get the most out of the situation? Because if they're not walking in the door, I've got to find a way to keep that business going, especially when you have one store, because you can't just let it die out. You've got to be able to find it and attack it. And I remember I was looking at that. I was going, I wonder if she's seen this yet.
Didn't.
It's crazy. It's the craziest thing. And
they're here?
They're here. Yeah. I actually can show you the booth. And just to give you guys an idea of what we're looking at right now, we are actually outside of the event hall right now, where there's vendors all around us, left and right. And we're doing these interviews with a lot of owners and people who have done this for years and years and years. And that's why we come to these things. Number one, it's for ideas. Number two, it's to find great products at a great price. And then to find those gems, those diamonds in the rough that you could take back and make sure works for you. And of course, at the end of the day, it's for the customers, right? We want to give our clients the best possible service that we can. Of course, beneficial to them and profitable to us because we're in business for that. But we always think about the customer satisfaction in that. Like, probably one of the craziest things I've seen. I haven't seen anything like that in a long time. I was like, really? I got to take a look at that. So how is Jeremy doing and how's the family?
It's good. He's disappointed he couldn't be here.
He told me he was in Daytona.
Yeah, we passed on 75. Okay. They were coming back Sunday. The timing just didn't work out. And he'd been gone almost 2 weeks if he had came. But yeah, so then just the timing didn't work out. So I was heading here on Sunday and they were heading home.
Are you guys going to make it to 2025 Omaha?
I don't know. I just seeing where that was at. We'll try and see.
It's a little closer to home, right?
Yeah. No, it's actually a little further.
Is it really? Mm-hmm. Oh man. Well, I would love to see you guys there.
I think it's I looked it up. I think it's about 14 hours, but this was 12. Should have been 12.
Should have been 12.
Should have been 12. Yeah.
Well, I would love to see you there because you're great help with the show. And I love what you guys do. I love the fact that you have all these one-offs and these, your spices and anything else that you do that you bring to the table, because that's something that a lot of rent-to-own companies, when I say a lot, we're talking about like 99% don't have. You have that, I can do whatever I want.
Well, we're corporate, so.
Right. So yeah, you can introduce things and offer your customers so many benefits that we just don't have. And as a matter of fact, we're talking about benefits of Benefit Market Solutions. We just did that. Are you actually with BMS?
We were, not any longer. We're not.
So it's okay. I won't hold it against you. It's all right.
It's okay.
But it's one of those things I'm always trying to think of, like, what is it that we can have that we can benefit the customer with that might not be right around the corner, Right. And that's always the thing, isn't it? I mean, we're always trying to figure out that thing. I hope you find something good here today.
Oh yeah, it's been great.
Yeah? You see some good stuff?
It's been great. I've got a whole bag of things to take home and show them.
I'm going shopping in a minute. I got to get these. But I'm so glad, Jennifer, that you stopped by. I'm glad that you're doing good.
I'm glad to
tell Jeremy we said hello. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen.
Hopefully next time he can make it.
Yes. In Omaha, 2025, rent-to-own is going to be crazy. RTO World 25. But coming at you from RTO World 24 in Orlando, it's the RTO Show. I'm your host, Pete Chow, with Jennifer Harrod, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.